What's up, what's up, what's up, my fellow creators, and welcome, guys. I hope everybody is having a phenomenal day. So this is going to be another pick a card reading. This is going to be between you and the person that's on your mind. So, you know, somebody you love, somebody you're dealing with, whatever it is. What I'm going to initially do is have your energy on this side, have their energy on this side, and then have the connecting card in the middle. And take it how it resonates. If you feel like you resonate more with this side, then that's your side. If you feel like you resonate with this side, then that's your side. Again, energies are fluid, so take it as it resonates for you guys. With that being said, I have a couple of new oracle decks that I'm going to be choosing from today. And yeah, let's get going with the shuffle. It's time for that Cupid shuffle. I have no idea, guys. I've been in a silly mood all morning, so yeah, let's get going. Alright. And then I'm gonna do things, you know, I'm just kind of letting the flow go and what it is that feels right. So I've got my other deck over here in case we need some clarifiers. Source, what does the collective need to know between them and this person that they're thinking about? What do they need to know? How can we help them out? What information can we give to them? What direction can we help them take in the path of healing so that they can be more in their own selves and more complete as themselves? What information do you want me to pass on for you, Source? So now pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. So what does pile 1 need to know? Them and their person, Source. What information do you want them to know? Pile number 1. Them and their person. Pile number 1. Thank you, Source. And pile number 2. Them and their person. What do they need to know? Alright, thank you. Pile number 3, them and their person. What do they need to know, Source? Okay, thank you. Pile number 1, them and their person. What do they need to know? Okay, this card wants to come out, so I'm going to take it. Okay. Pile number 2, them and their person. What do they need to know, Source? Thank you. Pile number 3, them and their person. Does the collective need to know them and their person for pile 3? Alright, so we've got 2 cards coming out for pile 3. Okay, pile number 1, them and their person. What do they need to know? Okay, so I'm gonna take, yeah, I'm gonna take them. I said I was going to. So pile number 1, you're done. Okay. Pile number 2, them and their person. What do they need to know, Source? Thank you. Pile number 3, them and their person. What do they need to know? Pile number 3, them and their person. What do they need to know? Pile number 3, them and their person. Alright, thank you. Okay. Pile number 2, them and their person. What do they need to know? Thank you. Last card for pile number 3, them and their person. What do they need to know, Source? Thank you. Okay, and last card for pile number 2, them and their person. What do they need to know? Them and their person. What do they need to know? Pile 2, Source. Them and their person. Pile number 2, Source. One more card. Them and their person. Pile number 2. Them and their person. Yep, it's that one. Alright, perfect. Definitely have some turbulence going on, that's for sure. Okay, so to help you guys out, I'm going to put one of these cards on there, and I will flip it over so you can see it. Pile number 1. Pile number 2, Source. Pile number 2. Thank you. And pile number 3. Pile number 3, source. Pile number 3. Pile number 3. Okay, I'm hearing this one. Alright, so pile number 1. Okay, you guys got communication. Okay. Pile number 2, you got move forward. And pile number 3, okay, you got walk your truth. Alright. So I want you guys to take a deep breath, close your eyes, pause the video, really think about this. Are you guys going for pile 1, pile 2, or pile 3? Okay. So I'm going to go ahead, move these out of the way. And let's get started with pile number 1. Alright, so we'll get into this card at the end. Okay, so your energies over here, we have the 3 of Wands in the upright. Okay, we have the 2 of Cups in the upright. For their energy over here, we have the 9 of Swords in the reverse, followed by the Knight of Swords in the reverse. And then I'm using both of these as your connecting energy. We've got the Hangman and the Queen of Cups. Okay. Let me just check on something real quick. Okay, so this is actually the 3 of Wands in the reverse. My apologies. My Wands cards are my hardest cards to sometimes determine. So pile 1. You care about this person. You definitely have a connection to this person. Again, this could be romantic love. This could absolutely be romantic love, but it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic love. You have a deep connection with them, and I feel like the connecting energies here is that they care about you too. However, there is some warnings going on here, right? So first of all, they don't feel... So I'm going to start over here. I just feel the need, like I need to start over here. They don't feel very free right now. Like they feel very much in a place of staying stuck, and they feel like they're very much in a place of negativity, and I feel like there's a lot of anger coming through, and it's like they want to rush into this connection. They want to rush in and allow it to be more than what it is, and they do have a deep feeling for you here, and I feel like there's a lot of truth and a lot of passion when it comes to you, a lot of just desire to move forward in life with you, right? But they're not in a place right now where they can communicate, and it's just interesting that there's so many, they have Swords cards and you guys got the communication card, right? Because they're not really in this place of communication with you right now, or really in a truthful and honest communication state, right? So that could mean many things. It could mean that you guys are talking, but they're just kind of keeping a lot of secrets from you. It could mean that you guys are in a place of, very, very limited, right? It just seems very limited. So maybe they aren't talking to you. Maybe they are. But at the end of the day, it's like what communication does come through. They're trying to... Okay, this is a very interesting card here, that this Knight of Swords. But they're coming in with this sense of like, they have to prove themselves in some way, shape, or form, right? And so they come in running, and they like, it's almost like you get this like, well, I'm the one that did this, or I'm the one that did this, or I invented this, or I created that, or I was the first one to do that. Like, it's all about how much they are like building themselves up because they want to appear one way to you that they're not, and they don't want to embrace the truth, right? And it's almost like they're being very careless with their words. They're being very careless with the way that you feel, your emotions. Like, if you look here, you have the Two of Cups, and you're very much in this place of love. Like, you're very much in this place of like, I want to build stability. I want to have that equal give and take, not necessarily in the material world. This is about emotional give and take, right? So this is about being able to express yourself, express who you are, express the depths of what you feel, and have them receive that and also be able to do that with you. But right now, there isn't a lot of that because there's a lot of blockages coming from the individual over here. So they're very much not paying attention to this detail of you, right? They're not paying attention to this, the depth of your emotions. I think that they feel it is shallow. And it's not that it's not. What I feel is that you feel so deeply that when you come at this person, you come with so much love, you come with so much depth, and you come with so much emotion, and they don't know how to take that. And so what ends up happening is that because they don't love themselves in the way that they necessarily need to, when you bring your love into the situation, it kind of puts them in this place of like being shallow, but not in a conscious way. It's like they don't know how to receive the love that you're giving because they don't love themselves. And so it comes off as though they're being shallow, or they're being rude, or they're being just, very closed-minded to what it is that you have to offer. Now, again, they have love for you, but they have the depth of love for you of what they love themselves as, okay? So because they're not being truthful to themselves, because they're not communicating with themselves and letting themselves know what it is that they truly want to manifest in this world, right? What it is that they really want to manifest within their life. The Queen of Cups that they're bringing to you, again, she's very closed off. She's secretive. She listens to her intuition, and she's very much aware of what's in her realm, but at the same time, she doesn't want others to know that. And that's not how you want to come into this situation. You want to come open, you want to come exposed, and they don't. They want to come in with you being exposed and them being open, okay? And that's very interesting here too, because with this Three of Wands at the beginning, it is actually in the reverse. I thought it was in the upright, but it is in the reverse. Again, this is letting you know that you need to pay attention to the red flags that are in this situation. You need to pay attention to what's really going on. Instead of giving your love right away, instead of giving your love right off the bat and giving 1,010%, which I know you do, you need to actually let this person approach you, and let them approach you in the way that they've always approached you, and just observe. Is this really the way that you want to be treated, pile one? Maybe maybe you've been working on self-love. Maybe you've been working on your journey. You've been really working on your spirituality. You've been working on growing as an individual. Well, this person has not. Okay, this person is very much stuck in their ways. They're very stagnant energy coming through here. And so Source wants you to look at your perspective in this situation and ask yourself, am I really listening to my higher self, or am I listening to what my ego wants, what I feel like I need, or what I want, not what I need, okay? And that's what Source is saying here. It's like you've got this moment coming up where you can either continue into this situation and go the route that you're going, whereas you will start to gather their energy, and it will start to become your energy, and it will start to alter your perception altogether. Or you can really stop and see where you are currently in your own energy, and see how that how they're coming with you with where you're at already, because at the end of the day you can't change this person. Okay, at the end of the day you can't say, well, you should have known better to take care of my heart. You can't tell them, well, you should understand how to love better. Like, none of that works. None of that even matters in this situation. Okay, what really matters is the fact that you come from a place of groundedness and honoring that, yes, I do care about this person. I care very deeply about this person. I care very much so about this person, and I want things to work out with this person, but I also understand that if this person's not meant to be in my life, I have to be okay with that, and I have to be willing to cut the strings. Okay? You can't just stay in a situation that's not serving you. Okay, you can't stay in a situation that's not serving you because it's only what you want, or because you don't want to be proven wrong, or because you think you know you're right. All right, I'm just going to tell you guys from my own personal experience, we go through this ego death, that, and especially when it comes to love and relationships, we think we know what's right. And source is gonna show us. Source is gonna show you, like, you know, maybe that was right for you at one point in time so that they could help you grow. But at the end of the day, it comes down to your perspective on this situation. Okay, it's not that they don't have anything to give, they do. But what they want to give, they only want to give very little, and they want you to be open to everything. So they want you to give everything, and they want to give so little. But they still want you to give everything, because if you don't give everything, that's when they go into this place of, I'm not going to talk to pile one. You know, I'm not going to talk to them because they didn't give me what I know that they can. You know, this person is coming towards you in a situation of trying to seem like the hero, of trying to seem like they have their emotions in check, when in reality, yes, these cards are in the upright, but the reason that they're surrounding this Nine of Swords, this energy of being careless with everything around them, this energy of surrounding it in negativity and allowing others to influence the way that they're coming towards you. And that's not fair. That's not fair to you. Like, look, when I look at this, I see your energy, you're in your energy, and you want this energy to merge with you, okay? You want this energy to come in and walk this path with you. You don't want to fight anymore. But again, this Three of Wands at the beginning of the reading is telling me that you really have to be careful, because there's a lot of trickery between you and this person. This person kind of has your number, right? And because they have your number, they know what pushes your buttons, and they know how to get you to react. They know how to get you to do what they want. And what Source is asking you is, yes, it's okay that you love this person. Can you honor the fact that you love this person? But can you learn to come towards this person from a new perspective, and a perspective in seeing that they're not the best for you, and seeing that, you know what, if they're going to keep breaking my heart, if they're going to keep treating me this way, if they're going to keep doing this, why do I need to continue to give them this? Why do I need to continue to give them my love? Why do I need to continue to give them my heart? That's not fair. That's not fair to you. It's not fair to the situation. And at the end of the day, it's not fair to them either. You know, if you have a hard time doing it for yourself, understand that it's not fair to them. It's not fair for you to be the enabler to them. Okay, and so that's what Source really wants to point out here. They're very, very adamant about this. Like, your cups are open, their cups are closed, and it's like it's not that you don't have passion. I think you have a lot of passion for this person, and I think that this person has a lot of passion for you. But for future, like, they don't want to walk in the future with you in an emotional bond. They want to walk with you in the future in a physical bond of what they can get from you. Okay, could that mean sex? Yes, it could mean sex, but it could mean more than that. It could mean just getting you to do what they want. It could mean getting you to give them what they want. It could mean you giving them energy, because they can't cultivate their own energy, right? There's so many things that can be revolved around this passion that, you know, it involves more than just physical connection, okay? And this person, that's what they want from you. They don't want to offer you their emotions. So I feel like when they come towards you, they come towards you in this place of like, oh, I'm giving you all of my heart, and they say everything that you want to hear. And so you blindly go back to them, and when you do, you end up hurt. You end up in a place of feeling defenseless. You in like you feel like you have nothing to your name, and it's like, I've given them everything that I have, and I've given them all of who I am. What is there? What is there? Why does this happen every time? Well, it happens every time because this is the lesson that you need to learn, is to set up a boundary here. To say, look, I appreciate that you care about me. I want you to know that I care about you too, but this connection is just not working for me in this time. So I'm going to let it go. And if it's truly meant to be mine, I know that it'll come around, and it'll come around at the right time. And that's not always easy to do, especially when you love somebody so deeply. And I'm getting that you do. You really love this person. Like, you really care about them. And it's, again, I can't say that they don't care about you, because they do, but they don't know how to love you, pile one. They don't know what love is. Okay, they're too busy in their egotistical state here, again, trying to prove something that they are, that they're not, that they can't see the truth and the reality of what you are. Okay, and it just is sometimes. That's just the way, I guess that's the way the cookie crumbles. So you're tying energies here. It's like, you need to change your perspective, and they need to actually honor that they're not in a state of love. Okay, they need to honor that, yes, they are this beautiful Queen of Cups energy, but they're not in a place to offer anything, because they need to observe where they're at in their mental state, and that's where this connection is going right now. So you have to really, truly ask in this, what's right for me? Okay, you're being asked to change. You're being asked to see things from a new light, and you're being told that your angels are walking with you. And this is a cycle. I feel like this is the ending of a cycle for you. And when you choose to change, it will force them into either accepting that they have to change themselves, or it will force them into a tower moment, which is going to really push them into observing themselves. And again, this is not a get back at somebody. Okay, I don't want you to say, oh, tooth for a tooth and eye for an eye. No, like, this is really just, you have to take yourself away. Like, you have to come over here. You have to bring yourself out of this situation. Okay, because at the end of the day, nothing that you do is going to determine what this person is going to do. And I can't say that, oh my gosh, if you withdraw yourself, that suddenly they're going to see the light and they're going to come rushing back in, or they're going to actually change everything about themselves. No, like, I can't say that, because at the end of the day, we all have free will. And that's why it's like hard for tarot readers to predict the future, because you have free will, and free will change the outcome of anything, however you practice it. So this is just the healing part of things. It's like, what is you and this person, this connecting energy here? It's like, you have love, they're concerned about their image, and together it's creating this dynamic that's putting you in a very precarious position. Okay, and they don't care. They like seeing you upside down, right? And yes, the hangman is in the upright position, but they like seeing you upside down. Okay, like, they like seeing you outside of your element. They like seeing you outside of your normal space, because somehow that makes them feel like they've won. All right, and that's why it's like, when people come in and they're like, oh, well, screw that person, or F this person, or whatever. It's like, no, you have to really start growing up and saying, look, they're doing the best that they can with what they know, and I'm going to do the best that I can with what I know, and I know that I need to take care of myself, and I'm going to step up into a space of taking care of myself, so that I'm not having this constant back and forth with somebody that's not serving me. Okay, this is Source asking you to really ground yourself. Stop living in a fantasy world. Start walking in your own truth, and start creating the life that you want. If it has nothing to do with this person in the long run, can you be okay with that? Can you be content in this moment and for the rest of your life, knowing and potentially seeing that this person isn't going to be walking this road with you? Okay, and that's why love is such a hard subject, because like, people, they want what they want, but they don't always want what they need. Okay, and what you need is you need someone to meet you openly. You need someone that's going to give you their heart the way that you're going to give them your heart. Okay, and this is not easy. This is not easy. So it's like, whether you're coming at me with, well, this is a twin flame or this is a soulmate, whatever it is, at the end of the day, there's nothing that you can do to make another person determine that you're the one. That's something that somebody just knows. They just know. And if they're not willing to look into that, there's nothing that you can do, pile one, to change this person and how they're coming at you. Okay? And that's why I'm coming with this in all the love in my heart. But I just want you to understand that there's nothing that you can do, and there's no amount of work that you can put in that will make this person just suddenly see your worth. You have to see your worth. Okay? Don't do it for this other person. Do it for you. Do it for you. And that is a very hard lesson to learn on this journey, especially if you're in the spiritual journey. It's easy to get caught up and do these things for other people first. Let's get a love oracle card. Whoa, okay. I did not want to take that many, but they came flying out. So let's see what we got here. Okay, so we got Pablo Picasso. So Pablo says, make seduction the greatest work of art. Begin all affairs with good intentions. And remember, it's not age, it's experience, right? And so I think that that's the thing. It's like, you have to learn how to seduce yourself. And with this, it's the greatest work of art. It's funny because what did I say? You have to become creative. And you have to understand, it's like, no matter how old you get, you're going to learn your lessons, whether you want to or not. And they're your lessons to learn. You can't impose those onto other people. Okay, so then we got Bianca Del Rio, and that one wants to go on this side. And it says, a unicorn is a horse with extra potential. True love is clearly illegal in most states, and everyone needs that special someone who can stroke your hair while you cough with your head in the toilet. Okay, this person's a bit of an addiction for you. Like, that is the energy that's coming through right now. It's like, this person to you is like somebody that, it's not that they're unobtainable, it's that they're the unicorn. They're the ones that, like, oh my gosh, you saw them at first sight, and it was like, I have to have that person. It's like, and so it's kind of become a bit of an obsession for you. And it's like, everything that's out there about why we're obsessed with another person, it's like you're trying to make it fit. And if it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit. You can't make a key fit in a keyhole that it's not meant for. Like, it's just not going to work. And so I feel like you make yourself sick. And it's like, this person, like that, everyone needs that special someone who could stroke your hair while you cough with your head in the toilet. Okay, like this is not that person. This is not that person. They're not going to be the one that runs up to you and says, hey, are you ill? Like, let me be there for you. Like, they're not going to do that. Okay. And it says, George Clooney, if you commit the perfect heist, make sure you don't brag about it. Intelligence is the sexiest attribute. And once you share your personal life, it's not personal. So I think this is a perfect tying energy, because that's the thing. They don't want to share anything personal with you. They want you to share everything personal with them, and they want to know everything about you. But they don't want you to know anything about them, because that makes them feel vulnerable. And when they feel vulnerable, they feel weak. Okay, and it's like they're trying to approach you from an intelligent standpoint, from their mindset, right? Like, they're really trying to approach you from this mindset. And it's like, that's the thing. It's like, you're tying energy here. If you commit the perfect heist, make sure you don't brag about it. Well, this person is trying to heist your energy. Okay, and like, they're not going to say anything about it, but it's like, you're kind of in this place of being okay with that. It's like, all right, cool, I'll be the innocent bystander. Like, if that's how it's going to be, that's how it's going to be. And I'm okay with that. Like, you have to determine that you're worth more than that, because really you are. And I feel like this communication card came out because it's about communicating with yourself and listening to your own intuition. Okay, it says, to be truly heard, one needs to practice the art of listening. This card is being revealed to you today to acknowledge the voice inside you that wishes to be heard and acknowledged. One of the biggest lessons we can learn in this lifetime is effective communication. Communication that is clear, that does not assume that others can read our minds. Working both ways, the art of listening also involves being patient and open to the ideas of others. Dear one, at times you don't feel as though you're being truly listened to. This can be frustrating and cause agitation and a stagnant whirlpool of energy to build within you. What did I say? That I'm getting this energy of stagnation, though it could be coming from you too. This frustration can sometimes be indirect, insensitive, and snappy. This energy of frustration and insensitivity then gets passed back to the ones who did not effectively listen for the first time round, and is usually received as a personal attack. This energy only encourages them to continue not to listen with even more resistance and defiance. This cycle of energy being thrown back and forth continues and becomes more vicious, intolerable, and heartbreaking. Most often, either or both parties will search somewhere else for an empathetic ear to simply listen. It is time to take the reins and break free from these energetic, emotional mind games, right? And that's what they're putting you through, is an emotional mind game. Communicate truthfully about how you feel and express calmly with love what needs to be said. Give the other party the opportunity to express their feelings truthfully and allow them to speak freely without interruptions or resistance. The more you practice this art of listening with love, the more you will find others eager to hear what you have to say. You will then go from a place of not being heard to a place of being heard by many. Your affirmation is, I am humbled and patient in knowing that to be truly heard, I must first truly listen. And you need to work on your solar plexus and your throat chakra. Okay? And I feel like this is the thing. You have expected this person to understand how you feel about them. And in honesty, you can't expect them to understand how you feel about them if you've never said anything or actually expressed the depth of how you feel. So my suggestion is this: try to really express to this person how you feel, right? Not giving them every part of yourself, just being honest about, you know what? I really care about you. I really love you. I really have these feelings for you. And then, like I said earlier in the reading, allow them to come towards you and see how they respond or react, because that's going to help you gauge how to move forward with this situation. All right. And it's going to be different for everybody, because this is a general reading. So you can't expect everybody to have the exact same situation that, so-and-so is going through, or whatever, pile one, okay? So this is just about you taking that time to really express how you feel and honor that. And if you've honored that by saying to them how you feel about them, and they've come back and they've said nothing, it's not that they left it without closure. They left it with closure, because saying nothing is still saying something, all right? So I wish you the best of luck, pile number one. I know that this is not easy. I know that this situation is kind of frustrating, and it's upsetting, because you want people to understand how much you love, but this is more about going within and learning to really love yourself and honoring that you do have value, and you don't have to sit here and be somebody else's chew toy or plaything because they can't get out of their own emotional upsets, right? No, this is about you learning how to deal with your own emotional upsets and growing above and beyond that, and coming at this situation with light and love, not with, well, you said, well, he said, well, she said, whatever, right? I wish you guys the best of luck. I'm going to move on to pile number two. But as always, thank you for your time and your support. And go forth boldly, my fellow creators, and courageously find creative ways to rise above in life, laughter, and love. Thank you for visiting Becky's House of Cards. On to pile number two. All right, pile two. Let me grab you guys' here. So you guys got the move forward card. We'll address that at the end here. So first card out, we've got the Popess in the reverse, okay? And we've got the Knight of Wands in the upright. Okay. Chariot in reverse. Page of Cups in reverse. And your guys' tying energy, wow, okay, is the Queen of Wands in the reverse. Alright. Oh, pile two. Alright, so I'm just, disclaimer. I'm about to get real with you all, okay? You and this other person, y'all need to hear it, okay? It's not their fault. It's not your fault. It's your combined efforts here, okay? So, this is a trigger warning, I just want to put that out there. This is a trigger warning. All right, so pile number 2 for you guys. Currently, you guys are keeping secrets. Okay, I feel like you are repressing some past memories, and sorry, I was thirsty. And you guys are in a position where you don't want anybody to know how you feel about what's happened from your past. You guys are in a situation, and maybe you're keeping something that needs to be told to somebody, whether it is you're seeing somebody else, or whether it is that you are, doing something that you shouldn't be doing, whatever it is, but you do not want to tell this person. You don't want to share it with them. You don't want them to see where you're coming from. You're kind of in a space right now where all you're worried about is the physicality of life. What do I mean by that? I'm talking about you want sex, drugs, and rock and roll, okay? Like, I'm getting this very weird energy of like, I'm only concerned about material things, and I'm only concerned about, sleeping with somebody or having that physical contact with somebody, okay? And it's sad because I feel like you guys are super intuitive, but you're not listening to your intuition right now. You're kind of letting your ego, your emotional side get the better of you, and you're allowing it to kind of run your life in a way that's not really healthy. It's not healthy. It's not conducive to your journey. It's kind of setting you back 10 steps, right? But you're okay with that. You're kind of like in this energy of like, I don't give a shit of what's going on. Like, I'm happy being in this energy of where I'm at, and I'm happy being in this energy of like, I don't give a damn, right? And the thing is that it's like you're kind of in this energy of only worrying about how you appear to others, right? You don't want others to see who you are. You don't want others to see the truth of who you are. Maybe it's because you've been rejected in the past. Maybe it's because you've been in a place where things didn't work out for you. Maybe it's because you were in a place where, like, people were, I don't know, I keep hearing judging, like judge. I've been judged too much. I've been judged, and I'm angry about that, and I'm upset about that, and I don't want to trust that things are going to get better for me because they never have. And so because of that, I'm just going to keep going in the direction that I'm going in, and I'm not going to listen to my intuition, and I'm not going to listen to what source is trying to tell me, and I don't want to embrace any kind of new beginning. All I want to do is be here in this situation, and all I want to do is focus on, trying to go where I want to go. Like, you may be traveling soon, but when I get this Knight of Wands, like, he's always to me the most materialistic, even though he's not a coins card, but he's the most materialistic knight to me out of the entire deck, because he is so concerned with just being in this position of passion, power, and stability, okay? And look, he's like over here, like, I gotta have my hair done, and I gotta have this right, and I'm gonna come at you with my stick, okay? Like, I'm gonna come at you with my stick, and I have to appear a certain way. So whether you guys are trying to move, and you could be physically trying to move somewhere, but whatever it is, it's like when you guys leave the current situation or the current place or the current circumstance that you're in right now, the only thing that you guys are concerned about is moving into a place where you appear a different way to other people. So it's like you could be trying to wash your hands from something, and in washing your hands from something, you don't want to heal from it. You just want to use the anger and the grief and the pain of that and move into a space of like, how can I appear as though I'm better than I am? And so I'm getting this like really, it's kind of ratchet. Like, I'm sorry guys, it's not a very good energy. It's very like two-faced. It's very much like, I'm going to tell others what to do, and I feel like you do. You tell others what to do, or you tell others how to heal, and you tell others how to be, and at the end of the day, it's like when you show your face, it's like, well, I have to appear prim and proper, because if I don't appear prim and proper, then, people are going to judge me, and they're going to judge me for what I don't have and for what I do have. And it's like, what you're not seeing is that you're your own worst critic. and you're your own worst judge. And I feel like you've been judging yourself so harshly that really, so there's this discussion, right, in when I research a lot of things, but they talk about Purusa, and Purusa is like our higher spirit, our self, our intuition. Okay, and for me, the Popus card definitely mirrors Purusa, because when she's in the upright, it means that you're allowing your spirituality to come through. You're allowing your spirit to talk to you. You're allowing yourself to really listen to that higher state of being, where even if it doesn't make sense, you're still going to take that next step. You're still going to say, okay, I see the benefit in this for me, so I'm going to go ahead and take this next step. Or even if you don't see the benefit of it, it's your higher state is telling you this is what you need to do. You're going to take that next step. So when we're in a state of our emotional ego, our emotional mindset, where we're being driven by our feelings, pile two, we're in a state of not listening to Purusa. And so what ends up happening is that we close ourselves off so much that we're literally in a space of thinking everybody is out to get us, or you're in a space of thinking that everything is against you, or everything is somehow set up to make sure and ensure that you fail. But that's not the way it is. What's going on right now is it's like a chain event of you having these situations come to you so that you can learn this lesson on how to connect with your Purusa, your higher self, your intuition. Okay, right now, if you keep going the way you're going to be so disconnected from your spirit that it really will seem like the world is out to get you, but it's not. You just have to see that there's a lesson in everything. And sometimes when we've been hurt so bad, or when we've had so much pain and grief in our life, it's hard to accept this. It's really hard to embrace this, right? And so it ends up becoming this pain, this path of like, how can I move on from that, right? Rather than seeing the value. I'm sorry, I've got my music going on here. Let me see if I can get it to play again. Hold on just a second, guys. Okay, well, my music stopped. So yeah. But that's what's going on here. It's like you guys are in this situation where you really think nothing is ever going to pan out for you. So it's easier for you to really feel grounded in this realm by sex, by money, by purchasing things, by being able to touch, feel, taste, and have it with you. Okay, and Source is trying to really point this out, and I feel like it really comes out when this person comes into your life. This is some very interesting energy here to have. But you guys are mirroring each other. Look, you got your mystery cards. Both of your mystery cards are in the reverse. You're in the Knight's position and they're in the Page position, okay? And it's like, and your tying energy is Queen energy, but it's reversed. And this is interesting because it's like you have an opportunity to move forward here if you choose to. You have an opportunity to come up into a higher place of being if you choose to. I feel like you're kind of in this low vibrational energy where it's like you don't really want to make a change, because if I make a change, that means that I might have to admit that this wasn't as bad as it seemed. And that's not the case at all here, Pile 2, is that Source is telling you need to honor how bad this situation was so that you can move on. And coming into this person's energy, it's like maybe that's why you're in the situation that you're in. Don't blame this person, okay? Because you always have to ask, what is it that I brought to this connection? Because nobody is free of guilt in any situation. It takes two to tango. It means there's two sides of the coin. We only see one side of the coin half the time, and that's our side. We're not seeing their side, okay? And you don't know what's on their side. You can say you do, but at the end of the day, you really don't. And so this person was reckless, okay? This person is reckless with their life. They're not capable of making decisions. They fear the future, right? They really fear the future. And they don't feel like they are lucky. They don't feel like they have any good in their lives. They're very much stuck in this space of seeing discourse and discontent in the whole world around them. And too are more concerned about the money than they are about anything else. And it's like, oftentimes they offer love, okay? And when they offer love, it just comes off as childish. It's kind of like, so I'm getting this image in my head of like, if you don't say you love me, I'm going to kill myself. Like, that's the type of immaturity that's coming through here. And it's like, I feel like you've tried to show up in this situation as like, that's just kind of absurd. Why would you say that? Or likewise, you two have said the same thing. Like, if you don't stay with me, I'm going to kill myself. Like, it's these outrageous situations that are coming through, and that's the energy that's really arising here. It's like very jealous, very narcissistic, very upset energy coming through. And it's like, what happened is that you've been with this person or around this person for so long that you two have started to absorb their energy, and it's really starting to affect the way that you see the world around you. It's like you can't see anything with a light in your eye, because it's like, what light is there? If people act nothing like, or only act like this when they're supposed to love you, when they're supposed to care about you, when they're supposed to have your back, if this is the only way that they act, how can I see any kind of light in my life? I need a drink, guys. And Source is asking you, how can you observe the lesson in this situation? They're asking them to observe the lesson in your situation as well. But again, you're the one that's here, and I feel like this is you. If it's not and it's you over here, either way, it doesn't matter. What Source wants you guys to know is that there's a huge lesson in this situation, and it really has to do with self. This has to do with your own ability to set boundaries. This has to do with your own ability to change the direction of your own life, to make a decision for yourself, and not let what other people are doing affect your forward motion. Okay, like, that's what I feel like is happening here, is that this person has greatly affected your forward motion. And it's like, I feel like they're a little bit two-faced. I feel like they're very much in this situation where it's like, they say they want family, they say they want stability, they say they want all this kind of love. And really, at the end of the day, something happens, like maybe you go out with some friends, or maybe you're just going to school, or maybe you're just going to work, and when you come home, they're like, well, who are you with? What's going on? Like, things like that, like this kind of petty energy that's coming through. And it's creating so much tension, right? It's creating tension. And so it's like, you've lost hope. Like, you've basically lost hope. So you guys could be dealing with a Pisces, a Cancer, heavy Piscean and Cancer energy. Could be a Scorpio. You guys could be dealing with a Leo or an Aries. Okay, it does not have to be. These could be highly aspect in either one of your guys' charts, but this is definitely energy that's being embraced here. Petty Pisces energy, petty Cancer energy, petty Scorpio energy, and petty Aries energy. And then we have this Leo energy that's like, I'm done with your shit. I'm going to be out in the spotlight whether you want me to or not. Like, I'm over it. Okay, like, that's the energies that are coming in. It's kind of this weird, like, F off, F you, I don't give a damn. I'm not going to listen to my heart. I'm not going to listen to my head. Like, it's either this person or no person. Like, it's this really weird energy of, like, you want this person, you're after this person, you're chasing this person, but this person is like they've got their back turned to you. Like, and I feel like neither one of these cards are looking towards you. Neither one of these cards are looking or caring about you. They're not bringing you anything. And it's like, you're bringing physical relationship to this person. You're bringing a physical situationship to this person. And it's like, at the end of the day, they're not willing to do that for you. And so I feel like that's why this Queen of Wands is here as you're connecting energy, and she's looking at you. Okay? She's looking at you like, you need to observe your own actions here. The Queen of Wands, when she's upright, she's very compassionate. She's very powerful. She's very much like, I can take a lead, and I'm going to put my foot down regardless of what people want to say or not. When she's in the reverse, it's kind of like this eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, like petty energy, this very much like, well, you did this, so I'm going to do this. Well, you did this, so I'm going to do this. And it's like I said, it's very narcissistic energy coming through, like that very angry, upset, like you don't understand what it is that I'm getting. Like, I feel like this person really has a way with saying things to you that make you feel like they're going to change. And then at the end of the day, right, they manipulate you and they become, you know, insensitive towards you, and they always have a problem with you because it's like you exert, okay, like that's what I want you to understand, Powell, too, is that you exert some sort of power within you, and they have conflict with this. And so it's like, since you work on your money, maybe you make more money than them, or maybe you feel more stable than them, or you appear more stable than them. Okay, like again, this is you working on your appearances, so maybe you know that. And they feel that, and that bothers them, and so that's why they start a lot of conflict with you, is because they feel like you're better than them, and they allow that energy to really feel that. And so you guys get really manipulative between the two of you. Like, this is your tying energy. Okay, like that's not them, it's not you, it's you guys together. Like, when you guys come together, regardless if this is a family member, regardless if this is your lover, regardless if this is a friend, it doesn't matter. This is you guys coming together, and it's like you guys know each other's buttons so well that you just basically sit there and do this the whole time. Like, I'm gonna poke the shit out of you. And it has you both reeling. Like, neither one of you agrees with the other, and you both know that this is not a good situation for you to be in, but you guys both continue to show up. That's not love. That's just, I don't feel like I deserve better, and I'm used to being treated one way, so I'm going to keep getting treated that way because I can't change myself. You can change yourself. You just have to decide to observe your own actions in the situation, and sometimes that's the hardest pill to swallow because it's easy to blame somebody else. It's easy to blame the other person for where we are. But no, and it doesn't matter, even if this is a family member that you've been around your whole life, it's not their fault for where you are, because at the end of the day, they were still doing the best that they could with what they had. All right, let's get some love oracle guidance, and then we'll read that, move forward. All right. So we've got Britney Spears coming out. I want one more card source. What other oracle advice can we give to our pile number 2? Oracle advice for pile number 2 source. Oracle advice for pile number 2. Whoa. Okay, so I wanted 1, and they threw out 2, so I guess I'll take them. They want it like that. All right. Okay, so for you guys, Britney Spears, she says, when gambling with love, hedge your bets. Take the risk of getting hurt because being in love can be toxic, but the high is amazing. And trust your family to take care of you when you can't. Look, so I feel like that's exactly what's going on. This is toxic for you, but it's like you get a freaking high out of it. Like, you get this, it's like that. It's like the thrill of always coming back to this person. Like, that's what's magnetic for you, is that thrill. And so it's like right now you have to trust in somebody, because I feel like you're not in a position where you can take care of yourself. So who do you have around you that has been saying this is not a good situation for you? How can you just not necessarily let them bully you into doing what they want you to do, but just trust them to say, like, look, I don't really know what to do. Can you just listen to me and help me kind of work this out? And allow that person to really help you. Okay, so it says, for them, Lena Dunham, it says, everyone forgets you except you. It's okay to play hide and seek by yourself, and don't be afraid of standing on the shoulders of your parents. Yeah, this person, okay, so they use you to appear a different way because they know that you're concerned about your appearance to others, okay? And that, I'm really drawn to this. Everyone forgets you except you. Like, they feel like no matter what, at the end of the day, that you're going to walk away. And they feel like when the minute you walk away that you're going to forget them. And that's, we all know that's not true. Like, this person has impacted you so much, it's probably going to be really hard for you to forget them. But they really, that's how badly they feel about themselves. Like, they feel like they have no impact on you. They feel like they have no impact in your life. And so that's why they treat you this way. And they don't see what it does to you, because they're coming from a place of feeling less than. They're coming from a place of not being okay with themselves, and so they take that out on you. And I feel like that's why you're addicted to that, because you were raised in maybe in an environment where you weren't treated very well, or maybe where you were and with toxic parents or a toxic situation, maybe a toxic sibling, and that's, you're used to being treated this way, and so you keep going back because it's not this person, it's the fact that you're addicted to being treated this way. And that's really, that's ugh. I'm so sorry, pile 2. Like I said, this is a trigger warning for a lot of you guys, because this is really hard to take. Like, I can just say, I know what it feels like, but it's like we all have our own lesson to learn. So it doesn't matter if I tell you my story or not. At the end of the day, you have to make the choice that you deserve better. And you have to do the steps to go to that. Like, you can't let this person just keep bullying you over. But you can't also blame this person for everything that you're feeling in your life either, because at the end of the day, you do have a choice. And then Zelda Fitzgerald came out and she says, "You'll only be bored if you are boring. Life always needs a little drama and lots of dancing. And think only of today. Why worry about tomorrow?" So I think that this is a good card for you guys, because you're not boring. You think you are. You're so concerned with your appearance. But honestly, the truth of it is that your most authentic self is the most amazing, most interesting, most magnetic person that you could ever be. And I feel like that's the thing. It's like you are used to the drama of this situation. And so now Source wants you to stop focusing on the drama and just become more self-absorbed in what it is that you like. Like, what do you care about? Go out and dance, have fun, smile, laugh. You need to smile. You need to laugh, because I think that's going to help you see the situation for what it is. You know, when we laugh in a bad situation, it helps us take our mindset off of what's bad, and it helps us to focus on what's good. Okay? And thinking of only today, why worry about tomorrow? This is perfect, because guess what? The only moment that we have in time is this moment right now. And so Source is telling you it's about learning how to become more present with yourself. When you learn how to be present, you're going to see exactly what it is and why it is that you decided to come into this situation in the beginning. Okay? So let's go on to move forward. I think this is crazy. This is a perfect card for you guys. It says you can't start the next chapter of your life if you keep rereading the last one. You are being encouraged to let go and release the skeletons of your past. Constantly shifting back and forth between better or harder times only takes away from today. Again, mirroring this card. Constantly resurrecting situations and circumstances that are long gone only serves to take away from this moment. You exhaust valuable energy holding on to frustrations that keep you tied to the memories of your past skeletons. When I say you guys are like addicted to getting treated this way, this is from your past. This is not this person's fault. This is something you experienced from your past, and that's not that person's fault either. That's for you to really heal and mend that wound, okay? Being in this state of mind is no different to keeping you locked in one chapter of a book. This book never truly ends due to your inability to move forward. Moving forward physically is not the same as moving forward mentally. Although your physical body carries you through to experience each day, your mind lingers and holds on to the past. Having this duality of mind and body does not allow the present moment to be fully appreciated and utilized. This may leave you wondering why your visions and dreams always seem to be out of reach. To enjoy a life of manifestation and fulfilled dreams, your mind, body, and spirit must work together as one, for it is only through working in wholeness that you are able to create a life of choice. This is the secret to abundance and real joy. The past is the past. Embrace its lessons and be grateful for the memories and adventures it has brought to your life. Now breathe in deep, let it go. For it is time to move on, dear one. As challenging as it may be, it is time. New adventures and possibilities await. And your affirmation is, I am grateful for my past experiences, good and hard. I embrace the lessons learned and now move forward courageously. You need to work on grounding. You need to work on your sacral and your solar plexus. So you need to work on the 3 physical chakras that we have. Because I feel like you're not manifesting what you want because you're disconnected and you're really living in a space of your higher chakras. And because of that, you're actually disconnected from the truth of your own reality. Okay, so this is perfect. Like, this card summed up everything. This is something that you're addicted to because of a past situation, and that's creating a situation where you're attracting that more into your life now, and it's frustrating you. And I think that you feel hopeless. Like, I'm keep getting hopeless. I feel hopeless. I feel hopeless. And it's not. None of this is hopeless. It's just all a lesson so that you can become a stronger individual and really embrace the world that you want to, because in life, we have to grow to a certain extent so that whatever it is that we're asking for, we're actually prepared to receive that. Because if we just got it where we're at in the moment that we ask for it, chances are we wouldn't be ready to receive it. And we wouldn't actually know what to do with it if it did come. And so that's why you have to heal this situation, pile number 2, is because you have to be ready to be open to what is coming for you. Okay, and remember, this is hard, but in all things in life, whatever's happening is happening for us. It's not happening to us. And that's a really hard lesson to learn. But once you learn it, it's so worth it. And you will be able to move beyond this. And I have faith in you. I know that you guys, even if you got mad, it's okay. We've all been there. We've all had to be called out at one point in time. Just understanding that moving forward is the only thing that you can do, and you have to grow. And when you grow, you'll come into a space of understanding and acknowledgement of what's really truly going on, okay? So that's all I have for you, pile number 2. With that being said, thank you for your support and stopping by Becky's House of Cards. And as always, go forth boldly, my fellow creators, and courageously find creative ways to rise above in life, laughter, and love. I'm going to go on and move on to pile number 3. All right, pile number 3. So for those of you guys that chose Walk Your Truth, I love this card. Such deep meaning. It says you and this person and connecting energies. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so we've got the Star card coming out in the reverse. Okay, we've got the 8 of Cups coming out in reverse. We've got the Page of Wands coming out in reverse. Okay, and we've got the 8 of Wands coming out in the reverse. And we've got the Knight of Cups. Wow. So you could be dealing with a Pisces, a Scorpio, Leo, Sag, or Aries, heavy Sag energy, or an Aquarius. Allow me to take a drink, please. Okay. So, should I say the same thing? Trigger alert. But I'm going to start with these energies over here. These are your energies. These are their energies. This is your combining energy. Now, if you resonate more with this side, then that's your side, okay? So just take it as it is. But right now, I feel like, so with this Star card here in the reverse, you've given a lot, okay? Like, this is definitely about your heart, your emotions, your love. I feel like you've watered this person, their garden. Like, you've gone in and you watered their garden, and you watered it so much that you really exposed every part of yourself, and it just felt like nothing was really working for you, you know? And in this, you thought that there was abundance here, but it turned out that it wasn't. There's a lot of instability with this. There was a lot of instability in this situation. And you were like, didn't understand why, because it's like, they told you that they cared about you. They told you that they loved you. Or they told you that they like you, whatever. But in the end of the day, they cared about you, and they wanted to offer that to you, right? And it's like you both wanted to offer that to each other. But there's this sense of not seeing something deeper. There's like a wound from the family that's coming out for you, pile 3, excuse me. There's a wound that's coming out because of the family. It's like, I get this sense that you've always asked your family for guidance or help or, just kind of like direction in your life. And what's ended up happening is that your family feels entitled to always say something about it. And so when this person came into your life, or if they are family, now you have this situation where people are feeling entitled to say something about your life, your family, your friends, your love life, whatever it is. And it's like put you in this state of feeling you're distrusting of everybody right now. Okay, like there's a huge sense of distrust coming through. And it's like you're really tired of feeling exposed to everybody. It's like maybe you tell your sister or your brother or your mom or your dad, okay, whoever's really close to you, and you tell them, and then suddenly now the next time that you go, the whole family knows about it. And you're like, what the hell? Like, I was just telling you that because I needed to get it off of my chest. And now you go and you tell everybody and their mom about it. And like, what, like, really, what the actual fuck? Like, I'm not trying to curse, but that's the thing that's coming through here. It's like, what the actual fuck? Because I told you what I wanted to tell you because I told you that in confidence. That's not yours to pass on. And I feel like somebody did that to you. They passed it on. And so you're in this space of not trusting any situation. You're not even trusting the situation with this other person. And it's like, it's upsetting. There's like no growth happening right now at all. You're very much in a space of, my dogs are in here, guys, so people are walking. I got one that sits up in the window, and so when people walk by, they always like say hi to her. It's funny. She's just always like, oh my gosh. So you guys are in this situation where you're not trusting anybody, and you're not trusting even yourselves. I think you're afraid to trust yourself. Like you feel like everything is just a waste of time. You feel like everything is very up in the air, and there's no truth. Like, you don't see the truth in anybody. You don't want to deal with the depth of your emotions and why you feel this way. Like, what is this mirroring for you? You don't want to see that. Like, you just want to look at this person, and you want them to look at you and be like, look, here I have my 2 cups. Do you see how much water I've been pouring on everybody around me? Not just the situation, but like everybody. I feel like this is for everybody in your life because you have this family card here, and it's like you can't always be there for them like that. And that's the thing. And it's like, you have to start doing this for yourself. In order for you to turn the star in the upright, you have to really start doing this for yourself. You have to love yourself. You have to accept yourself for where you are. You have to accept your heart for where you are. And so you've got this person in the mix over here. And first and foremost, so I know that I said that this is a family, it could be a family situationship. I feel like for you, family has gotten involved in this, but I do feel like this is definitely a romantic connection. Now that's not going to resonate with all of you guys, but this is for a specific few. This is that romantic situation that's coming through, right? And for them, why do I say that? Because we've got this Page of Wands here in the reverse, and that's talking about very immature sexual beliefs. Like, they look at the world from the belief of very immature sexuality. So it's like they think that sex is love. People think that, oh, well, as long as I keep the bedroom exciting, then, like, I'll be able to get whatever I want. I'll be able to have whatever I want. And I feel like they've offered that to you, and you're kind of like in this situation where it's like, do I or don't I? Or maybe you have. And you're seeing now that they're not really giving you what it was that they promised or what they said they would give to you. And so you went to somebody for advice, and when you went to somebody for advice, they didn't have any advice to give to you. Rather, they just went and poured that out to the whole family or to your friends or the gossipers. Like, I'm getting that right now. It's like this person is a big gossiper. And you need to say something. Like, I just got like this really weird stuff. Like it felt like my throat was stopped up. Okay? Like, you haven't said anything. I feel like you've kept it secret how this is. And this person doesn't know what they've done to you. It's like you just basically are over here like mad about it. Maybe you went to another party and told this person, like, they went and they told everybody all my shit. Like, you need to go to the person that you originally told, and you need to tell them, like, don't scream and yell at them, pile 3. Okay, we're not here to cause drama. We are here to be adults and just speak your truth. If it's something along the lines of like, look, I came to you in confidence, and you really just kind of stabbed me in the back by going and telling everybody, thinking that this was your right and your business to share. It's not. It's my business, and anytime I bring to you anything with my business, it's mine. And just know that probably from here on out, I'm not going to ever talk to you about this stuff again, because it just seems like you spread my business to everybody. it's like my business is yours to spread, and that's not fair because I don't do that to you, or like whatever it is. Okay, like that's what I'm saying. Like, how can you approach this in a situation where you're not going to make things blow up, where rather you're going to speak your truth and honor how you feel about it, and really bring them into a place of like, wow, I really did the wrong thing here. Like, and even if they don't notice it or they don't recognize it, then you recognize that they don't recognize it. And that allows you to rebuild and regroup and come into a space of like, okay, well, now I know I'm not going to share anything with them. Okay. And it's interesting because the walk your truth here is here. But I mean, for that to come out, it's like, this is unwanted interference by family members. Okay. Like, that's what I'm getting, this real sense of like somebody passed on your shit. Okay. And so for this person, they came to you and they just wanted to offer you sex. It's like they kind of like lied to you. It's like they made it seem like they were wearing their heart on their sleeve, but it was kind of like nervous. I think they approached you in a very nervous way. I think they approached you in a place of seemingly innocence. And it's like, it was very believable what happened. It was very believable what they told you. It was very much in a place of like, no, I can absolutely see where you're coming from, and I trust that, and I'm going to trust that. And so you gave to them. And now suddenly, maybe they block communication with you, or suddenly now they don't want to see you anymore. And it's interesting, you guys are mirroring, like you guys are mirroring each other. Like, you have the Eight of Cups in reverse, and they have the Eight of Wands in reverse. Like, you guys are, maybe you've been tied for infinity. Like, it's not like twin flames. Okay, back up for a second here, but you guys have had a connection for a very long time. Okay, like, I'm not in this labeling business anymore, because the labeling business just makes things complicated. Okay, but when you look at this, you guys have been tied together for a very long time, whether that's karmically or through soulmate, whatever it is, you guys have been tied together. And what you don't see is that there's a huge lesson from this. Like, your guys' tying energy is this Knight of Cups here. And yes, he's the most romantic out of the whole Cups cards deck, right? But, excuse me, the Cup suit. He's the most romantic. He's the one that's going to offer his love. But what people don't see is that his cup is also the most shallow. Out of all the Cups cards, his is the most shallow. Like, his, it's to me, like, I like the Knight of Cups because he is a romance. Like, he's a romantic, but at the same time, that's all he is. It's not deeper than that. It's not about love. It's about wooing somebody. And I feel like that's the energy that you're in right now. It's like, he's facing this side, and so it's like you were wooed, and in being wooed, it's like you're like, okay, I'll give my heart, or I'll give my love, I'll give my compassion, my kindness. But then this person just kind of bunked out because they like saw something that they didn't want to see, or the way was blocked for them, or they couldn't, like, their perspective wasn't clear on the situation, on what they wanted. And so what ends up happening is that they either don't communicate with you, or it kind of goes on this, I'm getting this merry-go-round picture in my head where, like, they woo you, you guys are in this honeymoon phase, then things fall apart after you sleep with them. And then it's just like a round robin. Like, then it's like they need that energy again. So then they come to you and they woo you, and then you sleep with them, and then they fall off, and then they come to you, and then it's like this constant like cycle that you're going on. And that's why you don't see that you're mirroring each other. It's like they only want sex and you want love, but you don't want to have interference by others, and they want the way to be clear to just sex. Okay, so like, if this is a family member, then it has to do with the material realm. Okay, they just want material world things from you. Ideas, creativity, right? So again, take it as it resonates. But again, the energy that I'm getting here for pile 3 is that this is definitely a romantic connection. And so if it's not, then understand, you got to take it as it resonates. They just want those material ideas from you. They want to get something from you, so they woo you. And then again, you still have the same situation where you feel hopeless. You feel like it's disgrace. You feel like it's wasteful. You feel like it's a shame because maybe they turn around and they implement your ideas. And when they implement your ideas, it seems like it's a success, but then it doesn't succeed for very long, and they're back at you, wooing you again for another idea. Okay, you see what I'm saying? But this person is very immature. And the reason they're immature is because they don't want to grow. They don't want to grow. They don't want to come out of that page energy, that immature, the whole world has to revolve around me. The whole world has to do what I want to do. The whole world has to be me. They don't want to come out of it. They want to be in this place of not even creativity. Like, none of this is creativity. Like, they're actually coming from a place of anger, resentment, fear. I feel like there's a lot of like insecurities here that are coming through, jealousy. So it's like this person, no matter what, at the end of the day, even if it is a romantic connection, they're jealous of you because they see this. Okay, look, they're looking right here at this and they see that you have some kind of a support system, but you're looking at it like that's not really a support system, buddy. Like, that's more like the gossip chain. And I just finally figured it out. If you have, or if you haven't yet, it's like the light is going to shine on that. But they're jealous because they see like you have this big support system, and so they want to figure out how they can get that. And so there's this constant energy between the two of you, and I feel like you do that to them too. It's like when you want that love, right? You somehow step out and it's like you woo them with sex. And so when you woo them with sex, you know that you're going to get fulfilled in a loving way. Like they're going to talk to you because they want that. And so it's like maybe you withhold for a little bit and then they give you that love, right? Like they give you that, oh, I love you so much, baby. Like, you're always the one for me. Like, you're so amazing. Like, I can't believe I lived my life without you. Like, blah, blah, blah. Okay, these really weird things. And I feel like you're getting exhausted. Like, I'm getting this really weird pain in my neck. And it's like, I just feel like you're so stressed out. I feel like you blow your cork every once in a while and you blow up at the wrong people and then you feel terrible about it. And it's like, you're not honoring that you're mad at yourself, and you're not honoring that you're mad. Like, I'm not saying this to beat yourself up. I want you to understand that when I say that, sometimes we have to honor that we're not really angry at other people. We're angry at ourselves because we put ourselves in such precarious situations because we don't understand life, okay? Like, there's no hand guide to life for idiot, or to life for idiots guide, okay? That doesn't exist, okay? It's like we learn by trial and error. That's how we learn to live our lives. That's part of the human experience, is to learn by trial and error. But you have to learn from your own trials. You have to learn from your own errors, and you have to honor the fact that, maybe I'm really not mad at another person in this. Maybe I am mad at myself. And in being mad at myself, like, how can I heal from this? How can I learn from this? How can I move on from this? How can I grow from this? And how can I stop being in this cycle with somebody who only wants to give me something that's physical, and I obviously want something that's more than physical, but we're both connected by this shallow love. It's very shallow. This is very shallow love. Even though he's in the upright, he's just a very shallow giver. Like, his cup is so small. Like, you look at the depth of these cups, they're very deep, right? But this cup is very long and it's very short, and it's like, okay, it means that, like, if you stuck your finger in it, it would only go to there, right? You could stick your hand in these cups, right? Like, that's the difference. Like, you have a depth to give, right? Look at your cups over here. They're actual vases. You have a depth of love to give. This guy, this person, this woman, they only have physical. They only have something that's physical to give, and that's all they can give. That's it. There's nothing more to it. Let's get some oracle advice for my pile number 3. Source, what oracle advice can we? Thank you. Okay, I'm going to put that one there. May I have another oracle advice, please, for pile number 3? Okay, that's way too many. One card at a time, please. May I please have another oracle card for pile number 1? Or pile number 3. I got this. Pile number 3. May I please have an oracle card for pile number 3? One more oracle card for pile number 3, source. All right. Well, if you're going to play it that way, I guess I'll take them, because I know the next time I do it, I'm just going to get a couple more anyways. Okay. All right, yeah. So we've got Edward the 8th here, and he says, one night can follow you for the rest of your life. Says, a king is nothing without the woman he loves, and make your own kingdom and choose your own family. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this cannot get better. So there's a couple things coming through. Some of you have to be careful, because if this is women that I'm talking to, you have to be careful. One night can follow you for the rest of your life. Do you really want to be pregnant by this person? Like, I just feel the need to ask that right now. Do you really want to be pregnant by this person? Because if they're not there for you in the way that you need them to be, then what makes you think they're going to be there for the child? Okay, and I hate to say that. People say babies make everybody change. No, they don't. They just make situations more amplified. So if it's already dramatic, it's just going to be even more dramatic. All right, so think about that. It says a king is nothing without the woman he loves, right? So this is in regards to you. Like, how can you step up into king energy? How can you step up into that emperor, the empress, the queen energy? How can you come up into that energy and make your own kingdom? Well, it starts by you making your own kingdom and choosing your own family. Okay, like this is saying, it's like, you know what? Maybe you didn't get the best family. Maybe you didn't have the best support system. Maybe this person is jealous of you for no reason. But you have the choice to make your own family. And are you going to do that? Right? You can't pick and choose who your blood is, but you can pick and choose who your friends are. And your friends sometimes become more like family than your own family. Okay, and then we got Ryan Gosling. And it says, silence has more meaning than the words you don't say. And the hardest role to play is yourself. Don't let someone else write your private life. Yeah, so this is perfect over here. Look, this person, that's why I said, like, I feel like you give them what they want and then they go away. Like, silence speaks loud. Their silence speaks loud to you, but you still keep coming back around. Okay, and this is saying, it's like, don't. Like, you have to realize that sometimes the silence is, even as deafening as it can be, that is the loudest answer that someone can give to you. Right? And this person, they don't want to embrace how they feel. They don't want to embrace their emotions because they don't want to be authentic to themselves. And so that's why it's saying the hardest role to play is yourself. Like, to be authentic in a world where no one is authentic is hard. And that's what it's like. You have the ability to do that. You might not be able to change this person ever. But that's what Source is trying to show you here, is that they don't want to be authentic. They'd just rather live in this sexual energy and allow that to be their ruling guide. It says, don't let someone else write your private life. I feel like this place for you. It's like, stop telling people who are going to gossip about you, because for some reason I feel like that gets back around to this person. And it creates this cycle all over again, okay? Then we got Sigmund Freud. Power people coming out, guys. The virtuous content themselves with dreaming what the wicked do in real life. Wow, okay, I gotta read that again. The virtuous content themselves with dreaming what the wicked do in real life. This to you, this drama, it's like you kind of like bring it to you because I feel like you're constantly daydreaming about it in a way. It's like, well, if I do this, they're going to do that. If I do that, they're going to do that. If I say this, they're going to say that. Like, it's like, rather than just saying, you know what, things are going to work out the way they need to, and I trust that everything has inherent good. It's like, that's hard for you to do. Like, that's a hard place for you to come from. And even if it's not, it's like you still kind of revert back to that old energy, right? And so it's like, you just really just keep pushing, just keep having faith, just keep trusting that things are working out the way they're meant to. And it says, the behavior of a human in sexual matters is often a prototype for the whole of his life. Yeah, so exactly how this person has come at you this whole time, that is exactly how he will always, or she will always come towards you. Like that, there's nothing, I keep saying he because we've got the star on this side and then the page of wands over here. So please take it as it resonates, guys, but it doesn't matter. There's really no sexual preference to this, okay? So it's just saying that this person is always going to come at you like this. Like, it's always going to be this round robin. There's nothing that's going to change that unless they decide to change on their own. So you have to really focus on changing yourself. And it says, pure masculinity or femininity is not to be found. So this to me is saying that this entire connection is completely out of balance. Even though you guys are mirroring each other, there's no balance in here. There's no equal give and take. There's no truth. There's no reality. It's just this idea that maybe we'll be what we want to be, but then that never happens. And so you're constantly in a state of imbalance. Right? And then you got Sigmund Freud, and all he does is talk about how sex, right? And what did I say? It's like, it's interesting that card came out, and it's like this person, that's all they want is sex, and it's like, you want something deeper than that, but this person cannot give that to you because they'll never honor their feelings. At least in this moment, they're not. Okay? So we've got Walk Your Truth. This is the card number 35. See your light and know your power, and have the courage to walk your truth. True empowerment comes from walking, living, and speaking your truth, having the courage to be guided by your heart and following your dreams. Don't be afraid to shine your magnificent light as a result of the opinions and judgment of others. Yes, you might be ridiculed, scorned, and your choices mocked with disapproval. But understand this, dear one, others mock and criticize from a place of fear within them. A fear that keeps them trapped in a repetitious wheel of illusions. So again, we have the repetitious cycle coming up. And also this is in regards to your family situation or the people that you trust and tell things to, okay? By breaking free and walking your true path of your heart, you step off the merry-go-round of the cyclic pain and leave the ones who scorn behind. So the reason I was saying that's this cycle keeps coming up because of this situation that you have right here with these people in your life that keep interfering. Yes, it gets back to this person, but I feel like that's what makes you keep running back to this person is because of this mistrust that you have in your circle. Okay? Don't be surprised when others do everything and anything to discourage you from walking this path of the heart. In time, those that ridicule and judge you will be inspired by your courage and ability to stand strong. They will gravitate towards you like moths to a flame with hunger to know your secret. Your light will shine so bright that it will inspire others to find the courage within them to also follow their heart and true calling. By walking your truth, you connect to the highest powers of love and enter the amazing world of manifestation. Stand strong during this testing time and stay true to your heart. You are not alone during this process of having to defend your reasons and beliefs. Synchronistic events will bring you the right people and conditions to encourage you on this chosen path. You are being guided by the Holy Spirit of love, so stay strong. A positive outcome is assured. So your affirmation is, I am guided by the universal spirit of love as I follow my heart in all that I do. And you need to work on your heart and your throat chakra. Yeah, so speaking your truth here, right? Like speaking your truth, there is honor in people. You just have to find the honor within yourself. And when you honor yourself, you start to see the honor and integrity in others, or the lack thereof. And if there's a lack thereof, not being judgmental towards those people, rather just accepting them as they are and knowing that there's nothing that you can do to change them and honoring that for yourself, saying like, that's not going to affect me where I'm at because of who they are. That's just who they are, and that has no reflection on me as an individual. Okay, so that's what you have to really focus on. That's what you have to pay attention to, and that's what you really have to bring yourself into this place of honoring yourself for that, okay? This one was really difficult for me because this hits home on a lot of different levels. And I understand what it is to give this up, this idea of this person who's offering you some shallow love. And, you know, like, it's not easy. It's not easy. And so you have the task set before you, my pile threes. And I'm sending you out love and encouragement. And I know, and I have faith that you guys will overcome this and you'll see the beauty of who you are. And in seeing the beauty of who you are, you guys will know what is your truth, okay? So thank you so very much for your time and your support and stopping by at Becky's House of Cards. I really appreciate you guys. But I'm going to get on out of here. Until next time, go forth boldly, my fellow creators, and courageously find creative ways to rise above in life, laughter, and love. I love y'all. Until next time, peace out. Mwah. Bye.